Welcome back, realvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith, and I'm proud to present another property we've got for sale in San Diego. Calling this one San Diego Homesite. This is a place you could build a house. There's a road up to it. This is the 78 below, Highway 78. So this thing is located between Escondido and Ramona, and let's jump into it. So I had an artist draw. Let's see if I can get out of the way here somehow. If I can figure out my angles. I heard an artist draw this one in the background, and I got the fire truck on there and the earth moving equipment on there because I think there's a story here. It hooks up to the Highway 78, and the driveway goes straight up a big steep hill to the build site. Now the build site has a water well. It's got a water well in here. It's got a septic, and it's you can drive up to it, but I don't think the fire truck can drive up there. I don't think you're going to get the fire marshal approval to build on this site. They had it all mortgaged up and ready to build before the market crashed in, 2008 or whatever it was. And it's like 2006, 2007. They were doing the work. They got the well in. They got the septic stuff figured out. They got some grading done to put a house in there. And the bank gave them the money to like go for it, right? And they didn't go for it. The market crashed and everything fell apart, and the bank ended up with it, and then eventually I got the property. But I'm looking at this thing, and it's got this road's too steep. It's just too steep. I mean, I went over there, I drove it, I looked at it numerous times, and that's why I'm drawing. It took me a while to figure out that there's an easement that I thought the road was stuck to the path it's got. But there's already an easement in place to go around the hill and to do a bend. And that's why I've got the earth moving equipment in this picture. I'm trying to tell the story that you change the driveway a little bit, you put a little wiggle and a waggle and a zig and a zag in there, or just one, you don't even need many, just a little bit of a bend to go around the steepest part of the hill. And the fire truck can drive in there and access your house. And the fire marshal will be like, yep, good job. Thank you. This makes a lot more sense. We'll be able to save you someday when there's a brush fire in the area. You want that, right? And so that's just part of it. You'll be able to get insurance. You'll be able to get building permits and stuff with the easements that are there. You just move the driveway a little bit and this housing site makes sense. So let's jump into the website. We're on ruralvacantland.com. This one's got Haley's phone numbers here. You can call her emails here. You can email her and talk about the property. She's going to answer questions stuff. So it's almost 5 acres, 4.89 acres, San Diego County. We're asking $249,997, basically $250,000 for this property. These are some pictures that I took of the property. If we jump into this, there's when you get up to the property line, there's no trespassing signs and stuff. I mean, feel free to go tour around the property and take a look at it. Here's kind of the story from the top of the hill. Now, standing here looking down the hill, it doesn't look so bad. But when I drove up to it, I parked here, and I'm like, I'm going to walk up there and check this out before I go driving up there, because I've been on a lot of property tours, and I don't like getting stuck. So I'd rather walk. And so I walked up this thing, and I think it's just too much for the fire truck, even if you graded it out, paved it and everything. But the easement, I didn't know it. It took me a while to figure out that the easement goes around a little bit and back. And so this isn't even really where the road's supposed to be. So if it followed the easement, it would make a lot more sense, and the topography would be a lot easier, and that's why the easement was all set out the way it's set out. It's following the topography to make the driveway that's not so steep as this, and somebody just said, oh, it's going that way, and his bulldozed right through, right? Here's a shot from below looking up. It's hard to tell in a picture how steep stuff is, but that's steep. And okay, so let's look at, we've got lots of pictures. You can see all these pictures by going to ruralvacantland.com when there's a link below. I'll try to flip through some of these because we've got some drone pictures I wanted to get to that I think tell the story a little bit better if I get the right ones. There's nice views out all over the area. There's a hill across the valley here, nice good looking hill. See that road going up there to that hill? I got that one for sale too. That hill's for sale. I'll show you that one later on in the video, I think, as well. But it's a valley with nice houses up on the ridges looking out around the area. Nice quiet valley. It's got a road that goes through the valley so you can get in and out of here. Some of these quiet valleys don't have any access. This one's got access. And you're looking at a lot of hills. Here's a neighbor. Neighbor's got I don't know what they've got over there. I haven't been in their place, but I think it's maybe a horse arena or a pool or something going on behind there. As you get up to the top of the hill and you look over it comes back around. Let's keep going. These aren't the pictures I was thinking of. Here's a diagram. Okay, yeah, here's a diagram. So I got it in the lineup. I didn't think it was in the lineup. So the easement, check out that easement. That easement does a bend and a waggle, but the real thing that's built goes straight up the property line. So if you follow this easement, you go right around the hill. It's like, what the heck? That makes so much more sense. Here we go. So here, when you get around the hill, you get to this area. It's a nice bulldozed out area here that's the house building site. And the water well's around here somewhere too. It's installed. There's all kinds of paperwork on it. It's there. Somebody looks like they're keeping bees here at one time. Maybe they're blocks. So here's part of the house, the area you could build a house all bulldozed out, ready to go. There's a bunch of area. So on the first hill, and then it goes down to the next hill, there's more area to go build. Build a barn, build a place to keep your boat, place to keep your RV, garage, tool shop, car fixing, replacing. Oh, look, you can see into the neighbor's yard. They got a pool. So there's a pool behind that fence. So it's all this land that's kind of circled in red down below. And you get a better view of these by going to the website than me just clicking through them on this video. But here's a nice big open area to build. And it's just about the access. You get around that hill and back in here. It's a nice quiet area for you to be on your own, have your own setup. Love it, have it, make it happen. Here's some property. Here's the shape of the property. There's other easements that come in from these other angles off the road too, but they don't look like they make any sense. But if you ever need some emergency route or something, you could call those into order. So you come up, you go around the hill, and you come in here, and you got a nice building spot over there, back in the valley. So this area over here is a building. This is bulldozed out for a house, and I think this is you can go make stuff happen back in here, nestled back in the corner. So lots of pictures from above, from all angles, looking at it from lots of different ways. Okay, back to the road. So we're on the website. There's a map, and I'm going to get into the economics of this property if you bear with me. But here's a map of it. Here's the road coming off the Highway 78 going up to the property. This thing goes straight up when it should go up and over. Like this you can kind of see like an old something going on there. It should go up and over. If we zoom out, I'll show you the location of this thing. Let's do a map. So, okay, so we're... this is Escondido. This is a wild animal park here. Now it's called San Diego Zoo Safari Park. It was always called the Wild Animal Park historically. And then the property, and then Ramona. So Ramona's here, your Ramona schools, Ramona groceries, Ramona supplies. If you want a higher paying job, you probably go the other way down to 78 to like Escondido where there's more business. But you never know. Here's the property. Okay, so the all kinds of information here. There's a buy it now button. If you want to click that, it'll ask for like $500 and we start doing the paperwork. It's not a payment plan. It's like a deposit to go buy this thing. It says, hey, I'm serious. I want this. Don't sell it to somebody else. Let's go buy it right now. Let's do the paperwork. Let's make it happen. So my favorite part, let's jump into the markets. This is where it matters, right? So we're on Zillow.com, and you can do this on all kinds of websites, but Zillow is, the most trafficked, and everybody knows Zillow. So we got Escondido over here, we've got Ramona over here, and the property's in between. So we're going to zoom into this area, and I think I've got the settings from 2 acres to 20 acres on the, so I'm just seeing what's for sale, 2 acres to 20 acres on Zillow. And as I zoom in here, this is, these 150s are across the street. And this 150, if I blow up this 150, boy, there's some more Luke Smith art in the same red lines. This is another one of my listings. This is a 150. We're asking 150 for this one, and it's been on the market a while. It doesn't have the water. It doesn't have the septic figured out that the other property that I'm presenting for $250,000 right now does. So for $100,000 less, you can get a nice property on top of the hill right across the valley. You don't have to do anything to the roads. You just drive right up to it, go look at it. It's a great view. Look at both of them while you're out in this area and compare and contrast. Or for another $100,000, you get the water well and the septic ready to go across the street. So that's the lowest price comp around. Way out on the other side of Ramona, there's a 170. I hadn't seen that one. That's brand new. Oh, okay. So it's over by San Diego Country Estates. I've had numerous properties over here. 170 sounds pretty cheap. Okay, so but everything else in the area, but it's like if I zoom the map in just a hair, like it's a different clientele, it's a different market over there. It changes drastically. So, because location is huge in real estate. But the most recent stuff posted, these kinds of sizes, 499,000, 499, 499, 499. It's like everybody's doing the same price. 695, 295. What's 295 is a newer one. These are the newest ones on the market. 295. 249. Well, that's us. Okay, 249. Then it's into this property that I'm presenting right now. So the cheapest one around up this corridor, up and down, that's not for sale by me, is this property. 295 is another one. 1.3 million, 1.6 million. And then there's some 250s. So these 250s are, where's the 250s? Okay, the 250s are here off Highland Valley. This is Big Hills, and it's called Eagles Crest Road. They get these like big boulders in the area, and it's a beautiful area. And it's Big Hills kind of properties, and 250 grand. So these ones are cheaper. The neighbors are building gargantuan mansions. This is a gated neighborhood. I'm not 100% sure about the rules, but nobody's putting mobile homes and manufactured homes in here. I'm guessing there's going to be rules and regulations about that. And you can put mobile homes, manufactured homes on the ones that I have and make them a lot easier to use. So if you want to build a big home with like architectural drawings of 15 different roof pitches and stuff, this one's cheaper. This is 250 grand, and you could go get one of these lots and build one of those kinds of homes. If you want to put a manufactured home, a cheap home, a deliver it now, build it fast, make it happen home, mine are a lot more available. So 1.3, 1,750,000, 1,001,000, 975,000, 1,075,000, 1,003,000, 900,000, million, 1,003,000, million. So a lot of this stuff is $500,000, $1 million or more for these kinds of properties in this area. And go look at the comps. Like, I got the cheapest two out there besides the ones you got to build the crazy monstrosity size house on that was popular in the 90s. Yeah, we got the cheapest ones, nice looking properties, all queued up, ready to go. Please take a look at them on ruralvacantland.com. Get the directions off of there. Go out and look at the properties and see if these are the right ones for you. Maybe buy both of them. Build two houses. Put a manufactured home on there. Mark it up a couple $100,000. Turn around and sell it. That's what I should have done. I should have pulled up brand new manufactured homes selling on land in the area. I mean, you're going to get like a $250,000 spread at least out of doing that. You buy the property from me, slap a manufactured home on there with all the costs involved. Do the math yourself. I mean, just go figure out the timeline. The timeline's the hardest part of it. It'll probably take you a year to maybe a year and a half to pull that off. But you could mark it up like 250 grand or more in these current markets. And this property is ready for it. You just got to move the road a little bit, follow the easement. Everything's there, ready to go. The one across the street, you could do it for cheaper, but you'd have to add a water well and a septic system. They're about the same price. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one. Bye.